Namaste everyone. Welcome to another 45-minute duration flow class practice. Joining us today Shirlyn, but you don't see her with me today because she is sitting 1 meter away. Shirlyn will be taking us into a sequence that will be focusing on the theme we explored in our classes last week, the theme of forearm inversions. Feel free to incorporate a small meditation or grounding practice before you begin and conclude with a nice long Shavasana to make this a 60-minute practice. Are you ready, Shirlyn? Let's begin. Begin the practice in Child's Pose, with your feet and knees together with the option of knees wider apart if that feels nicer for your body. Arms extending forwards today. With a nice long neck, allow the head to rest on the mat. And with the eyes closed, take a few moments here to connect with your regulated breathing. Deep long breaths in. Deep long breaths out. Good. Inhale, broadening the chest, expanding the ribcage in 4 directions. Exhale, pulling navel inwards towards your spine, creating a firmness in the lower belly, pelvic floor. Inhale with a broad chest. Exhale, actively trying for the navel to kiss your spine. Continuing like this, and in a moment I will start inviting you to move, and as you start your movement, please do so with the understanding of how your breath can initiate each and every movement, but also how each and every movement supports your breathing. Move as you breathe, and breathe as you move. Good. On the inhale, begin now to rock your body forwards to a tabletop, which is a hands and knees position, and arching the back, so lifting the chin as you lift the tailbone. On the exhale, rocking back to Child's Pose gently, all the way down to the mat. Keep the arms extended forward, and again inhale, rocking forward, taking your time to breathe, connected with the movement in your spine. Exhale as you round your back, lower down, Child's Pose position. Good, stay with your breath. Inhale, rock forward, arching your spine. Beautiful. Exhale, rocking back to Child's Pose. Very nice. We do this one more time. Inhale, taking your deepest, longest breath and finding the biggest movement in your body. Now with the elbows bent, trying to keep the hips in the air as you lower the chest down to the mat in Ashtanga Pranam. Beautiful. Lower the hips down, legs straight to lift up to a baby cobra. Inhale. Open chest and shoulders and very active in the upper back. Exhale, push back, tabletop position, and then all the way down, Child's Pose. Good, so let's try to connect these movements. Inhale, rock forward, arching your spine. Exhale, elbows bent, coming down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting the heart. Exhale, back to Child's Pose position. Inhale, rock forward, arching your back one more time. Exhale, elbows bent, coming down with the hips high. Inhale with the body flat on the mat, your baby cobra, with the option of starting to even lift the hands off the mat. Good. Exhale, back to Child's Pose. Beautiful, connecting with the breath. Inhale again, arch your body, send the body forwards. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, and this one you are going to start to bring the arms forward on the mat, finding your extended puppy. Now as you hold the pose, still with the integrity of your breathing, And see if you have space to deepen this stretch. You can deepen by trying to walk the knees underneath the hips, lifting the tailbone slightly higher while keeping the grounding movement on both your shoulders. If your neck is uncomfortable in this pose because too much pressure on your chin, take your option to turn your head. With the arms extending forward, you create a stretching of your shoulders. If you want to feel it in the triceps as well, take your option, just an option, to bend the elbows and bring the hands behind the head, pressing between the shoulder blades. Good. Take a few breaths here. And that will do. Gently release by lowering down to lie flat on the mat, extending the legs back behind you, extending the arms forward. Good. Connected with the experience of what just happened in your body. When you're ready to move again, bring the hands back at the level of the chest and curl the toes under the feet. From here, let's push ourselves up to our first downward facing dog position. Good. And as this is the first down dog, let's go ahead paddling out the feet left and right. With one knee bent, the opposite leg straight, switching and switching is happening. And maybe the movement of the hips side to side and perhaps one shoulder towards the mat at a time. Or you might have your own funky little movement that is part of your practice to awaken your body. Everything feeling nice and open. Let's come up together, tiptoes, hips high. Good. And the exhale, bring heels down to the mat and find the perfect down dog that you are able to maintain at this point of your practice. With your gaze at the knees or the navel, with the breath regulated, deep and long. Good. Connecting with all your bandhas. Uddiyana bandha is a firmness in the lower belly, and Mula bandha, the lift of your pelvic floor. Starting now to move as you breathe, can we rock the body forward to plank pose? Beautiful. And from plank pose to downward facing dog. Inhale, going back. Exhale, coming forward to plank. Beautiful. And from a plank pose to downward facing dog, inhale. From down dog to plank pose, exhale. Connect this with your breath. Inhale, move. Good. And again with your breath, exhale. The firmness in the lower belly, connecting between the ribs and the hips. Push it back with your strong shoulders. Inhale. And rock the body forwards on the exhale. Good. Again, down dog. Inhale. And next, exhale to plank. You have the option here to bend your elbows coming down for your first Chaturanga Dandasana, your low push-up. Good. Pushing it back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Try again. Exhale, rock forward. This is just an option. If you feel strong, do a low push-up, and from a low push-up to a down dog, finding your strong shoulders. One last time, rocking forwards, elbows bent, and pushing your way back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And let's lift the left foot up to three-legged dog with your next inhalation. From a three-legged dog, rocking forward to one-legged plank. And from one-legged plank to three-legged dog. Let's find this movement. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Again, if you wish, take the option of bending the elbows to come down. Chaturanga to three-legged dog. Push back and lifting the leg high. One last time, rock forward. Exhale, come down as an option. Push back, inhale, and keep the leg high. Let's hold this last one, finding your L shape in the body. Good. And stay in three-legged dog. So as you lift your left leg, avoid lifting your left buttock. You have your hips square, and this means there is an inner leg engagement. And with the grounding of the right heel, if that feels uncomfortable for your body, you might just want to keep it slightly lifted. And the length you are creating from the fingertips to the back heel that is lifted. Good. Left foot down, exhale. So now the right leg. Inhale, lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, come forward, stacking shoulders above the wrist. And then push back. Inhale. And then lowering back forwards again. Exhale with the option of a chaturanga, a low push-up. Good. Take it back to three-legged dog. And again, come forward, connecting this movement with the breath. Take it back, and let's do one more at your own pace, and finally holding your pose. Good. Strong, strong shoulders, connected with the stability of the core. Initiated by your strong ujjayi breath. The ujjayi, the constriction of the muscles in your throat to give a deep, ocean-like sound to your breathing, facilitating then the strong activation of your body. One last breath. Good, and release. Gently bring the feet down. Now come forwards to the front. Inhale, stepping to the front, left foot, right foot. Exhale as you forward bend. Let's release so much tension that has been building up in our wrists from holding ourselves in plank and down dogs. Reversing the hands so the palms facing up. Sliding the hands underneath the feet so that the toes go all the way to the creases of the wrist. Taking a breath, lengthening forwards, and then exhale down into Padahastasana. Good. Staying with the breath. Creating more lengthening with every inhalation and deepening on the exhale. Inhale, more length, and exhale, the depth of your stretch. Good. So we're ready now to close the legs together and gently take a halfway lift. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward bend. Let's come down to the mat. Rise up to standing position. Give the arms a big, beautiful stretch upwards. Exhale again, come back down to the mat, forward bending. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen the forward bend. If you need to, your knees here can be slightly bent if you have tight hamstrings. Arms up, inhale. As you lift up, mindful to maintain the connection between ribs and hips. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat again. Beautiful. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And on the exhale, can you step your left foot halfway back to find a pyramid pose? Good. So with the front leg straight and your squared hips. Inhale, look upwards. And exhale, fold downwards. Take a few breaths here. Good. Again, going into a hamstring stretch to help facilitate the movement in and out of our inversion practice today. Good. That'll do. Inhale. Halfway lift and stepping the back foot forwards to the front. Exhale, come down deep into both your hamstrings. With your breath, inhale, rise up, standing position. Again, mindful to maintain that front body connection. Exhale, come down to the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step the opposite foot back. Again, find your hamstring stretch on your left leg this time. Inhale, look upwards. Exhale, we come downwards to good, towards your bottom, towards your front leg. Good. And that'll do. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Let's step the back foot forwards to the front. Next, inhale, rising up to standing position. Lengthening upwards, we are trying to grow an inch taller in this position. Exhale, come back down to the mat, forward bending. Good, let's take a halfway lift. Inhale. And we are stepping back to plank pose on the exhale. Exhale, left foot, right foot back to plank. Again, on the inhale, rocking back to downward facing dog. And from down dog, rocking forward to plank pose. Exhale, stacking shoulders over the wrists. Rock back to a three-legged dog, right leg in the air. Good. Exhale, send the right knee forwards to the chest in a tuck position. And set the right foot down in front of you on the mat to find a low lunge pose. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stay in this position and explore sinking deep to create a stretching of the back of the front leg and the front of the back leg. Again, as you do so, avoid the separation between the ribs and the hips in the front body, maintaining the lengthening of your spine. Feel the support given by your ujjayi. And that'll do. Exhale, your hands come down. The right leg moving back to three-legged dog position. And from three-legged dog, let's find one more tuck. Right knee to the chest. Set the right foot down on the mat between the hands, but this time, ground your left heel inwards towards the center line, preparing yourself for Virabhadrasana, Warrior One. Inhale, rise up. Good. Take a few breaths. With a strong front leg and a straight back leg. Maintaining length in lower back by drawing tailbone downwards. Good. Finding openness in chest and shoulders. Exhale, let's release the hands, come down to the mat. Front foot going back, plank pose position. From plank to downward facing dog again. Inhale. From downward dog to plank pose. Exhale, finding your strong shoulders. Again, as you rock your way back, left leg in the air. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Send that left knee forwards to the chest. Exhale. And with the left foot on the mat in front of you, right knee comes down. Arms going up for a low lunge and Anjani Asana. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good. Maintaining the integrity of the ujjayi. If you have lost it, please bring it back into your practice. Try to gain more length with every inhale and the depth of your stretch on the exhale. There you go. And that'll do. Exhale with the hands down. Left foot going back to three-legged dog again. Inhale up. Exhale again, tuck your body. And set the left foot on the mat in front of you. Let's get ready. Right heel grounding inwards towards the center line. Keep the squareness of the hips. Arms extend up on the inhale. Following with dristi, or your visual discipline. Directing your gaze upwards. Or gazing at your thumbs if you have the hands together. Virabhadrasana. Good. And that'll do. Release the hands down. Step forwards to the front. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Do a forward bend. Exhale. Now rise up to standing. Inhale. Give yourself a big, beautiful stretch, but upwards direction. Exhale. Come back down to the mat. Connect with your breath. Inhale. Step back. Exhale to plank. Good. Plank to down dog. Inhale. Down dog to plank. Exhale. Plank to three-legged dog on the right leg. Inhale, right leg up. Send the right knee to the chest on the exhale. Now set the right foot on the mat for Warrior One. Inhale, rise up. This time for one breath in Warrior One. Exhale, bring the hands down. And step back from plank to do one vinyasa. Let's come down again to Chaturanga Dandasana. Rising to an upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog position with a straight spine. Rocking forward, plank pose. Inhale. Rock back to three-legged dog. Exhale, left leg up. Beautiful, bring knee to the chest. And set your left foot on the mat for Warrior One. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down to the mat, stepping back again, plank pose. Vinyasa, elbows bent for Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to down dog with a straight spine. Beautiful, come up on tiptoes. Inhale. Bring knees to chest, looking forwards on the exhale. Try hopping or floating forwards to the front. This time, land lightly. Exhale, forward bend, we come down. Good. Rise up to standing. Give the arms a big, beautiful stretching upwards. And exhale back down to the mat again. And from here, let's take a halfway lift. Inhale. Good. As we forward bend on the exhale, lifting the right leg up in the air for a standing split. Beautiful. And then inhale, halfway lift like a warrior three, but supported on your hands. And on the exhale, start to bring the right knee into the chest and transition your way up slowly to a standing position. Arms go all the way up, inhale, and lifting the right knee. Beautiful. Exhale, gently transition the hands down to the mat and the right leg lifting again in a standing split. Beautiful. Let's try this again. Inhale, halfway lift. Keeping the leg in the air. Good. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest and rise up to standing. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, and here you can maintain your tuck position or take the option of extending the leg straight. Good, but it should not compromise the alignment of your spine. Exhale, slowly swing that leg back and the hands to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, warrior one, set the right foot down on the mat behind you. Arms up on the inhale, open. Beautiful. Hands down to the mat and step back. Exhale to plank. Can we do one vinyasa? Or take the option to just arrive at down dog. This is always an option that you can then level the practice according to the intensity your body needs. Beautiful. Come up on tiptoes. Inhale. Bring knees to chest. Exhale. Again, an opportunity to come forward any which way you please. Beautiful. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising up, opening chest, opening shoulders, lengthening front body. Exhale down to the mat, and as you bring your body down to the mat, left leg lift. Beautiful standing split. Good. Inhale, halfway lift like a warrior three, but hands supported. Exhale, the left knee in a tuck position towards the chest, rising up to standing. Inhale, arms up, lift that left knee as high as you can. Beautiful. Exhale, the hands come down, the left leg in the air, again standing split. Inhale from your standing split, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck that left knee to the chest, come up to standing position. Inhale, as you lift the arms up, your option of extending the left leg straight, challenging the front of your hip engagement in a beautiful L shape. Exhale, the hands come back down to the mat, the leg in the air. Beautiful. And set the foot down behind the body, transitioning to warrior one position. Inhale, arms up, keeping the squareness of the hip. Exhale, the hands come down, and stepping right foot back, plank pose position. Again, if you just want to go to down dog, please do so, or work your vinyasa. Good. Come up on tiptoes, inhale. Bring knees to chest, exhale, looking forwards. Inhale, walk, jump, or float your way to the front. Exhale, forward bend, bring belly towards thigh, chest towards knee, chin towards shin. And rise up to standing, give the arms a big, beautiful stretching upwards, find length. Beautiful, back down to the mat, exhale. Good, and again a halfway lift, inhale. And walk, jump, or float back to plank. One vinyasa or downward facing dog. Good, and from downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's lift the right leg up to three-legged dog. Inhale. Send the knee forwards to the chest. Exhale with the right foot on the mat now. Again to a warrior one position. Arms up. Deep breath in. Stay in warrior one as you sweep the arms back, clasping the hands together behind the body. Take one breath to use this to open the chest and shoulders. Inhale, look up as you send the arms down your back leg. Good. Exhale, a humble warrior position. Take your time. No rush to bring the body down to the left side of the right leg. And the arms extending away from the body to give the shoulders a stretch. Take a few breaths here. Good, so the following transition by none other than Shirlyn herself. So if you try this particular transition and you feel tortured by it, you know who to thank. So unclasp the hands and bring the hands down to the mat. You are going to find your supported position. Elbows, shoulder width distance, hands clasped together. Good, now with the crown of the head down to the mat. Support behind the head and send your hip forward. Really find the height of your hips. Now the front knee is going to slowly lift up, and this is like a puppy press. Bring that knee to the side and see if that can help you bring the body weight forwards more. And you are going to stay here with one foot supporting on the mat, or if like Shirlyn you have felt so light that the opposite leg is automatically floating upwards, you are slowly lifting your way up to a supported headstand position, Salamba Sirsasana. Beautiful. The supported headstand that we were practicing in last week's essential level class. But finding a really impractical way of entering this pose. Good, let's come down the same way we came up with that same shape in your legs. And gently, gently, the right foot finding the front of the mat, the left foot finding the back. Take one moment here with the head still on the mat. Ensure that there is no nausea, giddiness, or lightness in the head. Take your time to rise up for one more warrior one position. Beautiful. Exhale, the hands come down, the legs move back. Plank pose to down dog or vinyasa. Beautiful. Right leg, let's lift. Left leg, my bad. Left leg, let's lift to three-legged dog. And exhale, bring that knee forwards to the chest. Again, set your foot down for a warrior one. Inhale, rise upwards. And this warrior one, you will sweep the arms back again like before, clasping the hands, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, open chest, and allow the arms to go down your back leg. That'll do. Exhale, humble warrior. The head comes down to the right side of your leg. You avoid here the left knee supporting the left shoulder in this position. Maybe your head is not going to touch the mat like Shirlyn, but that is fine. Just come down as deep as you can. Good. And then gravity assisting the openness of the shoulders. Send your arms away from the body. That'll do. Now place the hands down in position. If you do not know the correct position of your elbows, you can clasp the opposite elbows with your hands. And that establishes a shoulder width distance. Then with the hands clasped together, either with the palms together or open, depending on how comfortable each variation feels for your neck. Crown of the head down. Body weight forward, keep the spine long, support with your breath. Lift the front knee up and out to the side to allow and facilitate, good, the balancing of the body. And see if the bottom leg is also able to float up. Puppy press into a supported headstand pose. Salamba Sirsasana. So remember, if you are not yet able to reach this position, then you can just stay with one foot on the mat and just work on lifting up the front leg. Or staying with both feet on the mat, just work on shifting the body weight forward and getting more familiar and more comfortable with that. So let's get patient with our practice and develop a progression-based approach. Exhale, let's slowly lower down where we came from. One leg forward, one leg back. Arriving once again in the warrior one shape. Good. Now take a few moments again. No nausea, no giddiness, no lightness in the head. All the time you need to raise yourself back up again. Virabhadrasana 1. Beautiful. Exhale, down dog or vinyasa. Very nice. And from downward facing dog, This is with one elbow coming down to the mat at a time or both elbows together, a movement into a forearm downward facing dog, which is also then called the Dolphin Pose. The pose we practice in basic level class is your downward facing dog on the forearms. So here using really the openness of your shoulders, but also staying connected in your core, maintaining then that connection between the ribs and your hips, maintaining that beautiful front of the hip engagement. Good. With the lift of the tailbone and the spread of the sit bones. If the leg straight is not accessible yet to you, then feel free to keep your knees slightly bent in this position and the heels slightly lifted, like what Shirlyn is demonstrating right now. Good. And then from your Dolphin Pose, can we then start into a movement-based practice? Rock the body forwards as best as you can. And then rocking the body back. Now connect this with your breathing. Exhale, the body moves forward. And inhale, the body rocks back. Now challenge yourself. Exhale as you rock forward. Try touching the chin to the mat in front of you for the full range of your movement. Inhale as you rock back. Try opening more chest and shoulders, feeling the stretching of your armpits. Again, rock forward. On the exhale. Good. Bring it back on the inhale. And that'll do. Next exhale, start to walk the feet forwards with your knees bent and try introducing your knees to your triceps. Sending the body weight forward, have the elbows, have the shoulders come in front of the elbows. And you will have one foot lifted off the mat to support your baby crow, or if like Shirlyn you are feeling that balance happening in the body, both feet lifted. Strong, strong push is happening in her shoulders as she hugs those elbows inwards. She is broadening her shoulders outwards. She is pushing everything away from the mat as strongly as possible, and she is maintaining a strong and tight tuck position. Good. Take one more breath. And let's move it down to Child's Pose. Exhale and resting gently. Beautiful. Allow the breathing to come back to normal, natural. Good. And when you're ready to move again, gently again, rise up to your Dolphin Pose, Ardha Pincha Mayurasana. So just like before when you did a supported headstand, the elbow position is the same, shoulder width distance. Your forearms can be parallel to each other in Dolphin. If you feel really tight shoulders though, then you can have the hands closer to each other. If the shoulders are super, super tight, you can even press your palms together to modify. Good. Now let's try with the right leg in the air for a three-legged dolphin. And again, rock the body forwards, trying to touch the chin to the mat or as close to the mat as you can. And rocking back, again, try lifting that leg higher. Beautiful. Exhale, rock forwards again. One last time, inhale, rock back. Good. And you can choose to stay here, getting strong in the body just by holding the pose. Or perhaps you bring the shoulders, stack them above your elbows. Rock the body forward, perhaps you hop the back foot forward slightly more. Bring yourself to a position where either you swing the top leg and kick the bottom leg up, or like Shirlyn, if you feel beautifully balanced. Bottom legs start to float upwards to that beautiful L shape we created, like a three-legged dog, but inverted. Good, and go ahead, Shirlyn, close your legs as well. And for those of us that are still a little bit shaky in your Pincha Mayurasana, feel free to do this against a wall, using the wall to support your practice. Okay, come down the same way we came up slowly, so that we develop the negative, and resting in Child's Pose position. Beautiful practice. Again, allowing the breath to come back to normal and natural. Taking a moment to rest your body. And when we're ready to move again, Dolphin Pose, let's bring ourselves up. Final Dolphin Pose of the day. Left leg lift, inhale, rock the body forwards, exhale. Left leg lift. Inhale, chest push back. Rock the body forwards. Exhale, one last time. Strong, strong shoulders. Hug inwards the arms as you broaden outwards the shoulders. Okay. So, Shirlyn, you have the option to do whatever variation you wish to explore today for your Pincha Mayurasana. Okay. Finding a shape that suits you. So those of us that are really confident in our practice, our forearm stand practice, can then start to explore different shapes. Otherwise, continue to just develop that beautiful straight line in a normal pincha, or stay in your L-shaped position. Okay, so Shirlyn wants to do stack legs. One leg forward in the tuck and one leg back like a scorpion. Beautiful. You want to take it into a back bend? You know you want to. Okay. Take a few breaths. Oh, that's beautiful. So she's going into a full scorpion position, a Vrishikasana. Very nice. And let's give her one more moment to see if the feet can touch her head. Oh. And let's release slowly. Take your time coming out the same way you came in, gently and with control. Child's pose, perhaps it would be wide legs because you did a back bend. And rest the body. Wonderful, wonderful. Good. Again, allowing the breath to come back to normal and natural. No rush in our practice. Inhale back up in the high kneeling position, the arms go and reach for something just behind you in a gentle back bend. Exhale, forward bend, we bring it down, jolt slowly. One more round. Inhale up. Beautiful. Expanding into the outward curve. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, so if you have lost your ujjayi, reconnect. Good. Exhale, come back down. Now with your next inhale, rise up and use the right arm, reach back for the heel of the foot. Left arm open. Beautiful. Exhale, come back down. Child's pose position on the mat. Try this on the opposite arm. Inhale. Very nice. Exhale, come down. And try this with both your arms. Inhale, so you take it into a camel pose. And stay in camel with your next exhale. You have the option here, supporting your back with your hands, is to keep the little fingers together in the space between the buttocks with the thumbs outwards. Or if, like Shirlyn, you are okay to come down holding the heels of your feet, go ahead and do so with the option of curling the toes under the feet. Instead of pointing, the toes can make it also more accessible. Okay, don't bluff, Shirlyn, you can point your toes. Go ahead, point your toes and bring the feet down. Yes. Keep expanding into the outward curve, a function of using your strong legs to keep your hips stacked above your knees. And then using your strong back muscles to maintain the lift of the heart. Beautiful open chest, beautiful long neck. If you are not comfortable gazing at the back of the room like what Shirlyn is doing, then you can modify. You can keep the chin closer to the chest to support and protect your neck in this position. Holding the pose, but not holding the breath. Find continuity of your practice. Okay, let's bring ourselves up the same way we came down slowly. Inhale. And then exhale as you come down, resting in child's pose. Knees wide apart, big toes touching. Arms extending forwards and resting the body in a wide-legged child's pose. Good. The wide-legged child's pose, you can maintain a very healthy lengthening of your spine, which is then a beautiful way of resting after a back bend. That'll do. Now slowly rocking forward to find tabletop, which is your hands and knees position again. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale now. Lift your right arm up, twisting and opening to the right. Good. Exhale, wrapping the right arm underneath the body. Extend the arm to the left until the right shoulder is on the mat. Now take your left arm, reach forward, forward, forward. Good. And even you start to crawl the fingers to the right corner of the mat, the opposite corner. Breathe in here, creating the stretching of both your shoulders as you twist out your spine. Beautiful. Exhale and twist to return to tabletop, hands and knees position. And from tabletop, inhale, lift your left arm, opening to the left. Exhale, wrap the arm under and extend to the right, allow the left shoulder resting. Then as you extend the right arm forwards, crawl the fingers to the opposite corner of the mat. Create a stretching of both your shoulders. Please maintain as you experience your twist that you are having the equal length in both sides of your body. And that'll do. Inhale, rising back up, tabletop position. And then exhale, coming back seated. You can extend your legs forward on the mat in front of you. And gently, gently lie flat on the mat with your legs in the air. Getting ready for happy baby posture, Ananda Balasana. With the knees to the chest, hold the feet with your hands and separate your legs. Good. In happy baby, avoid the tailbone lifting off the mat so that your spine maintains its grounding and length. This can be gentle, just the gravity of the arms pulling the feet downwards. Starting to release your intense ujjayi breathing and just staying with more abdominal breathing. Then we are already preparing ourselves for the final relaxation. So feel free to incorporate a gentle side-to-side rocking motion if that feels nice for your body. Good. If you catch the inside of the feet with your hands, explore lengthening the legs until your legs straight in this position for Supta Vista Konasana. Good, which might not be the shape that Shirlyn is doing right now. Does not matter as long as you create for yourself a stretching of your inner legs. And that'll do. Slowly release, take your time coming out of this pose. Lowering the legs down. And with your arms and legs, spread comfortably wide with the toes outwards, heels inwards, palms facing upwards, and eyes gently closing. Finding our final relaxation on the mat. Corpse pose to give rest to the body. Shavasana. Take rest. So thank you very much for joining our sequence today. Keep practicing with joy in your body and peace in your heart. Namaste.